Hello, and thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and here we deep dive, dissect, and sometimes diagnose, because it seems everyone, including myself, I am definitely not excluded, has lost their damn minds. If you are new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. If you're an OG, then you already know what the is going on. Like, share, subscribe, talk shit in the comments, tell me how you really feel. And I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this
90-day reality recap.
Oh my God. So we are on season 4, episode 8 of 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise. Now, why I chose Love in Paradise as opposed to the other 90 Day Fiancé franchises, I don't know, because Happily Ever After, 90 Days Will They Make It, 90 Days Is This Baby Really His, are, in my opinion, so much better maybe than Love in Paradise. I just really liked the last season, and so I thought this season was gonna be like even more spicier, juicier, have better like storylines, but but we already committed, and so when we commit, much like when the lady tells us to take our medicine, we just have to do it, right? We just have to commit. So this episode is called Nobody Likes a Shady Beach.
With it. Man, I love when TLC gets sassy with the titles.
Okay, so Nobody Likes a Beach, and I think that has a lot to do with Meline and Luke. But we're gonna start off with Shawn and Aaliyah. So if you remember last time, Shawn was really irritated because though he asked Aaliyah to be his bride, though he and Aaliyah are now engaged, Aaliyah's friend was really pushy and very much so all up in their business, asking things like, so what's gonna happen if you die? Aaliyah's 25, you're 60-something. Like, are you gonna put her in the will? Just very much so. This is not some shit I wanna think about or be asked right after I propose to someone. Like, can you give it a week before you sit up here and ask what I'm gonna do after my demise, right? Like, damn. So I'm not even gonna lie. I was a little irritated with the fact that like Aaliyah can't speak up for herself and needed her friend to ask questions that should be important to her, but definitely need to be between her and Shawn.
Yesterday, Jackie asked Shawn about a lot of personal questions, and he got really annoyed.
But then when this episode came out, I understood Aaliyah a little bit more, because Shawn, though I felt so bad for him, like, man, you were in love with Douglas, and now how unfair, what an unfair situation. The person that you're in love with is transitioning. What will you ever do? He's not innocent. And it's just so crazy because they're never fully innocent, right? Like no one ever is 100% innocent. So the episode starts off with Aaliyah talking to her friend. She tells her friend that she doesn't really know what's gonna happen when she chooses to move to the United States. And also Shawn and her are in an open relationship. And Aaliyah's friend is like, wait, is that what you wanted? Like, did you know that you guys were in an open relationship? And she's like, no, like we had went to Spain. I went through his phone. I saw that he had dating apps open and he was active on them.
I noticed that he's have like apps that you can date someone.
And then, he let me know that we were in an open relationship. And I'm like, oh, shit.
I'm gonna hold your hand while I tell you this. Baby, you were getting cheated on.
Like, that's really up. How did you find out you're in an open relationship? So then the friend is like, I don't really like that. I think that you guys should have more open communication and you should know and be okay with the fact that you guys are in an open relationship. So it kind of leaves off with that. Like, there's just some things in a relationship that you should know, right? You should know whether or not the kid is yours. You should know whether or not you're the only person getting licked on and sticked on. You should know where that person works and if they're able to take care of you or take care of their portion of the household bills. Like, there's just some shit you have got to know. You can't leave up to chance, and you damn sure can't leave it up to somebody else to decide for you what you gonna be okay with. And now I can understand why Shawn is like, I really like Douglas. Like, Douglas was just so quiet and he was more shy and timid. And I don't like this new Aaliyah person because Aaliyah's asking questions and Douglas said, oh, okay, you're fucking someone else? Well, I guess if that's what, this relationship is gonna be. But Aaliyah's like, actually, I don't like that. And I'm gonna start standing up for myself. And it's wild that Shawn is sitting up here trying to position it to be like Aaliyah is bossy and very demanding and entitled, when really she's just standing up for herself and she's established some boundaries in the relationship that Shawn don't fuck with. And it's crazy, because on one end, it's like, if I love you, then I'm gonna respect your boundaries, right? And as long as it doesn't impose on my life or like what I'm doing, right? And if it does, then we need to have a conversation. We're gonna have a problem. On the other end, it's like, damn, if your boundaries, if your new boundaries changes your whole personality, your whole persona, because I'm used to you being like this. You know, I'm used to you being one way, but now that you've set boundaries for yourself and you've changed certain things about yourself, what you will and won't accept or tolerate, now you to me look like a different person. Now I don't know, not necessarily if I'm gonna love you the same, but will I love this relationship the same? Like, will I still enjoy this relationship? So next we have Luke and Meline. And if you don't remember, Luke and Meline had gotten into a really crazy argument. You know, he wants her to sign a prenup and she's like, Luke, you don't have any money. And if you not trusted me, then you need to leave me. Because Meline is very serious about this whole trust thing. You are not my only opportunity at happiness or money. I'm not looking at you like a gold digger and you're not my sugar daddy. You ran out of sugar a long time ago, okay? And it's not giving very much daddy. You need to just trust that I'm in this for the long haul and I'm in this for you. And Luke ain't going. He's not fucking with it. He's like, nah, I actually think quite the opposite. So they decide to go on another vacation. And these are the most vacationing broke folks I'd have never met in my life. I mean, damn, if I found out that I lost my job, I'm only in Colombia for a little bit. I can't even make her my wife, plan the wedding, bring her back to the United States. I can't move to Colombia because I got all my shit that's going on in the United States. So I got to go back and figure out my work situation and what I'm gonna do. I don't know, like maybe the first or second week I think about like unwinding, but after that, like I can't keep going on these vacations with you and out skating with you and out to eat with you because all that shit is racking up money. Mulele, guapo, them hundos. So Luke and Meline decide to meet up with Brian and his wife. So Brian is one of Luke's friends and his wife is Madeline's friend. So they're gonna do like this little double date thing.
I don't want to be with Brian and Luke right now, but I am in paradise. I'm gonna to try to have fun.
But Meline is not fucking with Brian. She's not. Because Luke let her know that Brian is on board with the whole prenup thing and actually thinks that it's a very good idea. And naturally, Meline is like, mind your damn business and why are you in my relationship? So I like Meline because she go ahead and pull up. Like she wasn't going to beat around the bush. She said, Brian, why are you in my relationship? What do you do with that? What for? What's that for? He said, I mean, you know, that's my friend. And he asked me to give him some advice. And I just think that the prenup would be best between the both of you. You know, Meline, I've always ridden for you, right? Like I've always told Luke that you were a special somebody. But now after hearing a certain rumor about you, I'm not really fucking with you no more. Everybody's a little bit taken aback by this rumor that Brian has now presented to the table. And so Luke wants to know, what rumor? What are you talking about? And Brian says, well,
told me that he spent one night in your apartment in the same bed.
In my apartment?
Yeah, and he said that you were topless while he was in the same bed with you.
and so Meline looked at her friend like, help me. Her friend like, I don't know. My husband said what he said. And listen, my name is Bennett, and I really don't want to be all up in it, okay? So Luke asked Meline, is this true?
You slept in the same bed? Is it true?
These people, they say, my apartment, I have a party will then. Yes, this is true.
Were you naked?
I am no naked. I am no naked.
And Meline, oh no, it's not true. You believe this? And it's like, well, this is like an outlandish rumor that I don't know why my friend, one of my really good friends, would make up. Now, yeah, y'all had some problems in the past, but I don't think that he would just make up some shit in order for us to break up. So I'm kind of believing this, and you're not telling me anything different. What happened? Did you have a naked man in your bed? And Meline is like, yes, okay. You got me. He was naked. He was in my bed. But I wasn't topless, because Brian said that she was topless. I wasn't topless, and we did not have sex. And so he said, Meline, you need to apologize to me. This is disgusting. What are you doing? I think Meline gets very, very defensive because I'm in a fucked up situation. I'm already in front of my friend, so I'm embarrassed because she's seeing all this. Her husband is there, and I don't like him because he's interfered in our relationship, I feel, before. And now he done told you some shit. You coming at me crazy. I'm trying to figure out what words in English and Spanish translate to, oh shit, I fucked up. I am sorry, baby. And yeah, I'm about to get really defensive. I don't want to do this with you right now, right here in front of them. No. So I just want to know in the comments, if you did something that you weren't supposed to do and your best best friend found out about it? Would you expect your best friend to be honest if asked? Or do you think that your best friend should ride or die for you? Like, I ain't seen nothing. I don't think she would do it, and don't ask me no questions. Let me know what you think in the comments. So next we have
Kyle and Annie. Oh,
I just hate the couple. I hate them. I hate is such a strong, nasty word, but I just don't like them. I dislike them. At first, I felt bad for Annie. Of course, you know that's the lady that's with the sperm donor, the man that's going around spreading his discombobulated mutant seed around the world, getting women that are desperate to have children pregnant. You know, women that don't actually have the money to afford things like IVF or adoption, stuff like that. At first, I felt bad for Annie. Like, oh, poor lady, you know, she's a single mom of one. She's ready to date and get herself out there again, and she meets this guy and he's a mutant ninja turtle and she doesn't know what to do, and clearly she doesn't know how to get away from this man, and we just need to figure out what's going on and how she can escape this disgusting relationship. But that's actually not the case. She's in love with this man and they decide to have sex. Not only do they decide to have sex, but they decide to have unprotected sex. And so the segment starts with Kyle bragging like, yeah, me and Annie, we did it last night, you know, it was unprotected and it was amazing and I think I really laid it down. And Annie's like, you know, Kyle, he's huge. His penis is huge.
The sex was good. Kyle has a big yes. It's huge.
This is disgusting. You guys couldn't use a condom at all? Like, you know that he's been in confirmed at least 100 women unprotected. And you didn't think to maybe for the first time that you guys decided to lay down together, you didn't think to go ahead, wrap that thing up. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how much of a thrill you had riding that ride. Some rides are just not fun, okay? We need to stop the stigma on certain STDs, and I don't mean to contribute to it, but the AIDS ride ain't fun. The herpes ride ain't fun, especially if it's 100% preventable. Having your baby and being the 563rd baby mama is crazy. And I just want to just preface this by saying,
She's a white woman, okay? She is a white woman.
so I don't want to hear no, all black women be the 59th baby mama. Okay, well, it's everybody. All right, this is even Steven at this point, because that's wild. Like, she's really taking one for the damn team on this. Enough of them. So now we move on to Alex and Adriano. Now, if you don't remember, Alex is the family therapist. She is madly in love with Adriano, who is a sexy tan, tall, maybe not that tall, dark and handsome Italian god, okay? The man is beautiful. And so he is really obsessed with having threesomes. He's also let her know that he doesn't believe in God, which is everything that she stands against. It's everything that she stands against is what this man is. But she just can't seem to let him go. So they're sitting by the beach and Tiffany, Alex's cousin, comes down, you know, to visit.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Thank you.
You been good?
I try. I do what I can.
And so she already don't really like Adriano too much. She doesn't really have anything good to say about him, but she likes their chemistry, and Adriano's friend is there, and he doesn't like the fact that Alex isn't okay with some of the things that his friend wants to do and some of the beliefs that his friend has, right? But he enjoys their chemistry and they seem like a fun couple that just really want to be in love. So everybody's pretty much here for it, okay? Shit's going really, really nice until Adriano looks over and sees a group of girls, young girls, beautiful girls on the beach, and tells Alex, wouldn't it be fun if like they took one of them to dinner, decided to, you know, drink some wine, have a little nightcap, and really just ask them to go back to the hotel with them and smash on their cheeks, okay? Really smash papas. So the problem with that, Adriano, is Alex has already told you a million umpteenth times that she does not want to have a threesome. And right now, she just wants to enjoy her time with you, right? These are the last couple of days that she and her cousin are going to be in Italy. She loves him. She wants to spend time with him. She wants to get to know him a little more and maybe change his mind about the threesome things. And he just can't let it go. And so he also says that he wouldn't mind sleeping with her cousin either. Like, Tiffany's pretty fine, and he wouldn't mind having a threesome with her and her cousin, which I believe is incest. So now we just keep getting nastier and damn nastier.
Now you're about to go ahead and you're about to piss me off.
Alex, listen. What are the odds that you're gonna come across another Italian god? Italian man that is sexy and that has a good sense of humor and that you really connect with and that you really fall in love with? Maybe it's slim to none. Maybe he's gonna be the only man in Italy that you really feel like you bond with in Italy, right? But there are so many, there's Nova Scotia, there's Switzerland, there's so many other places that you can go. There's Africa, motherland. Go back home, Alex. You don't know what's going on up and through there. I don't know what's up with Adriano and why he keeps getting nastier and nastier and more pushy about this as the time passes. And it's like, if I already told you I didn't want to do something, why do you think pushing me is going to make me want to do it? So even if I do want to do it, even if I said yes to having sex with those girls, those young girls on the beach, I don't even know. What if I don't enjoy it? What if my whole heart's not in it because I never wanted to do it in the first place? And now you're just pretty much what? I guess enjoying them by yourself. Yeah, okay, well, I guess you just enjoy them by yourself and you wouldn't need me. Okay, well, shit. Guess I figured it out. I guess I cracked the code, you guys. So now we go back to Shawn and Aaliyah. Now, Aaliyah has talked to her friend, got a little bit of courage, got enough gall to tell Shawn that, you know, she's not okay with being in an open relationship and she wants to be monogamous with him. And so they're sitting at dinner and basically Aaliyah says, what are you going to do about this whole open relationship situation? I don't like it. It really hurt my feelings when I found out that you were sleeping with other people and I don't want to continue this. So Shawn agrees that once Aaliyah has gone to the United States, he will no longer have friends with benefits. No more booty calls. No more opening up booty cheeks at the crack of dawn, right? The only booty cheeks that should be opening and closing in Shawn's presence is Aaliyah's. So Shawn is like, listen, you know, I wanted to be in an open relationship because my love language is physical touch and we couldn't physically touch each other. So I didn't feel the need to be, you know, monogamous with you. And it's like, hey, that's some shit that you could have told me. And also, why purposely get in a long distance relationship if you know for a fact that your love language is physical touch and you have to physically touch the person that you're with? Something's not adding up. And I think we're going to find a lot more out about Shawn. And I was really team Shawn, really felt bad about him. Man, Aaliyah turned from Douglas to Aaliyah. That's really unfair. What is he gonna do? You know, he's an older man, so he probably doesn't want to, you know, continue this whole dating thing. It seems like he just wants to settle down, but that's not the case, right? Shawn's getting freaky all around the United States without Aaliyah's knowledge. And then he's kind of going back and having fun whenever he goes, you know, to Colombia. And how effed up is that? Like, that's really pretty effed up. So Aaliyah asked Shawn, like, is me becoming more feminine and being Aaliyah going to turn you off in the bedroom? And Shawn replied with, not if you actually treat me like the man. Like, I need to feel like the man. And already I'm a little confused by that statement because she has, you know, a lot of feminine qualities now. Why don't you, if now more than ever, feel like the man in a relationship? She's got a 40-inch bust down. You don't feel like you're the man in that relationship? And so he basically tells her that this persona of hers, this Aaliyah character and persona, is sassy, entitled, bossy, and he doesn't like that, and it doesn't make him feel like a man, so it turns him off sexually. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, listen, first of all, I cannot say that I've ever experienced being transgendered or how that might feel, right? But I can tell you that from what I've learned and from what I've listened to people say, calling their identity something that they identify as a persona, a caricature, a pretend playhouse, you know, theme party is really disrespectful, especially if you're an ally to that community and especially if you're dating someone that's a part of the community. Now, if you don't believe what they believe and you don't identify as what they identify and you're not in the community at all, well, that's another story, and that depends on, you know, your beliefs and your morals and what you define a man, a woman, or whatever is, right? For Shawn to be dating somebody in that community and to say things like, your Aaliyah persona, your Aaliyah caricature is kind of like bossy, is like, no. It's just the fact that when Douglas was Douglas, he let you do whatever you wanted to do. And he didn't say anything because he was afraid and he was a lot more shy. Shy wasn't the right word. He definitely wasn't assertive enough to say, I don't like this. He didn't have any boundaries. He lacked boundaries. He wasn't shy. Now that she feels more comfortable in her skin, She's more assertive and she's saying that I'm not gonna be pushed around anymore. These are my boundaries. This is how I wanna be treated. I'm not okay with open relationships.
No! God, please, no! No!
I want more control. I do not want you to tell me what to do, what to wear, and how to feel anymore. Basically, Shawn is confusing Douglas and Aaliyah. This is the same person. It's just now there's boundaries and he doesn't like them. Damn! Has anybody ever created boundaries mid-friendship with you guys? Like mid-friendship, mid-relationship that made you feel like, damn, this new person or these new boundaries are something that I can't even get with and I don't want to, so I think I'm gonna fall back. If so, what were those boundaries and why were they so detrimental to you that you felt like you wanted to fall back? Let me know in the comments.
Moving along.
We have Kyle and Annie. So basically, Annie is worried. She feels like she wants to go get an ovulation test.
This morning, I will go shop for an ovulation test. Sperm can live in the body of the woman between 3 to 5 days. So if you're ovulating or you're about to ovulate, you can get pregnant.
She takes the test and it's a thin line, so she's scared. She calls up Kyle and asks that he bring a plan B, our favorite, I should be sponsored, a plan B home.
Like, I've been just doing this ovulation test and it's like a really, really thin line. Would you mind like buying me the morning after pill then?
Kyle goes, well, I know your body. I studied your body. I know your body better than you know it yourself. You're not ovulating right now. So no, I don't see the need in bringing you a plan B. And she's like, actually, I know my body because I've been with my body for over 30 years. And I'm telling you that the test was very light, which means that I could be ovulating or close to. I don't want to be your recipient. I don't want to be your 99th, 100th baby mama. So please just bring back a pill. It's about $40. It's about $40. Bring back. So Kyle agrees, but when he comes home, Annie's like, where's the pill? And Kyle's like, I didn't bring it, you know. I know your body. I've studied your body.
Did you get my...
What?
my pill?
What about that?
Listen, asshole, you don't got no charts, no stethoscope, no scalpel. You ain't done no research and we barely know each other. You don't know my body. Buy the damn plan B.
Oh my goodness, he stresses me out. He's really ruining my mood. Speaking of a ruined mood, if you want to improve your mood, go on down to KitaSaidIt.com and shop my merch. We have new products in every time I remember to put new products up, okay? Use code LOVEMAMA or LOVEKita for a discount and a free gift, because you know, I got you like that. Also, you guys start sending me pictures of you guys when you get your packages and when you open it up and when you unbox it, because you guys are telling me that you love my setup and you love what I put in the boxes. And you know, I always try to make each box a little bit special. So go ahead, instead of DMing me, like DM me, yes, but add a picture to it so I can see, you know, what you like. I'm gonna give you a little example right there. Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much. So lastly, we have Luke and Meline. And this one was kind of like their episode, right? It was all about the drama. Basically, Meline possibly cheating on Luke, being topless in the bed with another man in the apartment that Luke pays for. And so Luke is like, you know, she doesn't know how to empathize with me. She's not taking my feelings into account. It's like she doesn't even care. She's acting like a teenager. Luke!
She's 19!
At this point, I don't want a little girl. I want a grown-ass woman that's gonna care about my feelings and actually take what I feel and my perspective into consideration when making decisions or when I'm expressing to her. Aw, look! You want a woman. You want a grown-ass woman that understands, that's emotionally aware and understands not only her own feelings, but how what she does, how it affects other people and their feelings. They don't teach you that in nail school. I don't really like Luke, but I do like Meline, and I understand that he really, really loves her. Every time you get mad at somebody, you can't throw their age in their faces, right? That's like me getting with an inmate and being like, you a jailbird. You can't even get certain jobs. You got a record. Like, yeah, and you knew all this before you decided to commit to me. So are we gonna move past this or what? Like, you can call her immature. You can say that she doesn't know how to empathize. But honestly, Luke, there are women 30 years old, 40 and 50 years old that do not take other people's feelings into account, that do not care about other people's feelings, that have no sympathy nor empathy for other people and how they feel. So be careful when we say, I want somebody grown. You want somebody with these characteristics. I'm so sick of with people being like, man, I really want a mature man. I'm gonna date a 50-year-old. Well, look at what Portia's going through, okay? If you don't know anything about like Real Housewives, look at Portia's fine ass going through what she's going through with Simon, who's 60 years old, and Simon's hopping on the internet saying A, B, C, and D. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the age. What you want is certain characteristics. So when we're building this dream person, we don't need to say things like, oh, I hope he's rich, because though he's rich, he might not be generous. So what does it matter that he has the money if he's not giving it to you? I want an older person so that they're more mature. No, just say you want a mature person, somebody emotionally intelligent and emotionally aware, somebody that's healed, somebody that's willing to heal, because it's not linear. We need to start being really specific when we're asking God for our special partners, for our soulmates, because we're not saying enough, and now we're ending up with bullshit. And we wonder why it doesn't feel like God blessed the relationship. It feels like the devil delivered this man or woman to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get it. So they're on a boat and she's like, okay, look, I'm sorry. I didn't cheat on you. I want you to trust me. I'm really sorry that I hurt you. You're the only man that I ever want to be with. I apologize. And Luke is like, that did it. That's all I wanted you to do was say sorry. Come here, baby. I love you. They're back lovey-dovey. He's forgetting that this naked man was rubbing his testicles all over the bedspread, the sheets, and the pillowcases that Luke had bought. He doesn't care. All he wanted was an apology, and that's exactly what he got. Whew! My God. And that's the end of the wrap up for season 4, episode 8 of 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise. Y'all, we got about 2 more episodes left before it's the end, and we're going to have to say goodbye. So because that's the case, let me know down in the comments what other shows you'd like me to recap. And until next time, baby, I will holla.